I'm Martin Sargent. Clearly, I'm the guy. Duh. I'm pretty much the man. Get with it. Yo, what's up? That's rad, man. What's up? I've never seen anything like that. And blingo. Blingo? Unscrewed. That's right. I love that opening. It brought me back to my jazzercise days.
Oh, you were awesome.
Sweating to the Asians. Hello and welcome to day 4 of Unscrewed. Can you believe that we made it this far? The show that bathes itself in the pussy secretions of technology's seamy underbelly. Speaking of secretions, let me introduce my big fine sidekick, Laura Swisher. Laura!
Wow, yeah, thanks, Marty. Speaking of secretions,
Yeah.
and that's what I come to mind when you say that.
I was going to say, speaking of underbellies, but that wouldn't have been good. So, Laura, you've been sitting on this cheap IKEA couch for 3 nights now, basking in the glow of my genius. How does it feel to have achieved worldwide fame?
It doesn't feel any differently today than it did yesterday.
Really? How are you coping with it all? Like the paparazzi when you walk out of your house?
I just wear sunglasses.
Just wear sunglasses, yeah. And the whole drug scene, you've managed to, you know, the uppers and the downers and all that.
You know, I got to tell you, show 1, addicted to heroin, kicked it, day 2.
Yeah,
I'm
fame
good.
is not all it's cracked up to be.
And you know what? Crack is not all that it's famed to be.
Hooked on the goofballs. Our executive producer, Paul Block, passes them out as if we're birds at the park, so it's kind of hard to resist.
To not.
But we can stop whenever we want, can't we, Laura?
Absolutely.
Hey, tonight on this particular program, you're going to meet some of the most interesting people in America. That's a promise. First, this guy's great. We have a dentist who travels through time and may be an alien from the future. Then a young lady who has perfected the art of oral sex. That's right, we have a black belt in deep throating on the show tonight.
Finally!
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Because I'm sick of hanging out with all those brown belts in deep throating.
Don't get them started on the yellow belts.
But first, it's time for a little segment we like to call Geek Style Blunders. It's our take on the do's and don'ts of Star Trek convention style. First model, please. Ooh. Now, this is a Klingon warrior that knows how to throw down. It's after the convention. The crowd is sitting out on the floor, but he's not worried. Why? Because he's up in his room, kicking back in his Tampa Bay Bandit shirt, drinking margaritas with an ex-Eagles roadie. Our grade, straight A. Next picture, please. Okay, first off, brah, what's up with your foot? You need to check that silly-ass boot at the door. I mean, a boot like that could get you kicked out of the buffet line at the Marriott, and no offense, but judging from the look of your lady, that's not a fate you want to mess with. Our grade, C+. You can do better. Final picture. Now, this is a guy we can party with, yeah. These 2 anime bunnies are ready to overlook the leprosy thing, and that's scored him to the hotel bar for a round of grasshoppers. Ensign set course for a continental breakfast in bed for 3. Our grade, A+. Nice work, pal. Way to go. That's what we like to see at the Star Trek convention.
That was really nice. That was
really trying.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now, here's a heart-wrenching adventure saga about one man's quest to find the perfect blender. Take a look. Hi, I'm Martin Sargent. Now that I have my own TV show, I figured it's high time I upgraded my blender. That's why we've come to the Gourmet Product Show. Come on. You see, I love blended drinks, and if there's one thing I found out while hanging out with my beautiful and rich TV friends, it's that nothing spells success like a very powerful blender. This is the mecca of kitchen innovation, and that's why we're here, to find the most badass blender on the market. Whoa. Wow. Do you know where the blenders are? Okay, cool. Maybe we can meet up over there later.
Well, I don't know.
Have a margarita? No? All right. Can I have some? Can I touch it?
No, my name is Serge.
Serge?
Serge?
Serge.
Oui.
Serge.
Serge.
Serge?
Serge.
You know, right now, I can only fit 1 or 2 blenders into my life. But once this show gets big, a wall of blenders. A wall of blenders. This is Jackie, the blender lady. What are you holding?
Hi, this is the Westinghouse IntelliBlend blender, the blender with a brain.
Will it blend rhino horn? I live in a world of blenders. You gotta be kidding me. Shut up. Shut up. A duel? That is the future. Watch this. Yeah. Two hands. Two hands. Who wants to do shots? Let's blend. Let's do it. Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Dude, that tastes like dog. Blender world. Blendopolis. Hold on. This is it. This is it. This is like army blender.
This is a 3.75 horsepower blender.
3.75. This is the kind they use in the space program, right? Will you give me one for free? Because like lots of high-powered people are always coming over to my house to drink blender drinks, and probably they'd all buy one if they saw it at my house. Snoop Dogg. After the show, I can have it?
Absolutely. Where you going with my blender?
You know, that John Lovitz-looking dude really did promise me that blender, and when he makes good on that promise, I'm going to go on a serious blending spree, man. Blend till I hit rock bottom, a 3-day blender.
Oh, my.
So, our art major is even more pathetic than you thought? The answer comes up next. So during the break, we got like a ton of emails, and we probably would have gotten a lot more, but I filter all the ones that have "you suck" in the subject line. Anyway, they're all from Star Trek fans, Trekkers, you guys call it. Not Trekkies, but Trekkers. Anyway, that wasn't in the Geek Style blenders. That was not a Klingon, apparently. That was a Cardassian. That is a Cardassian. I don't know what's on your left there. That's a, God knows what that kind of alien is. Jeez. Sorry about that. Didn't know. Apparently there's a lot of Trekkies are in the TechTV audience. Who knew? Anyway, Laura, you've been surfing around the internet, huh?
Hey, I've been surfing around the internet, Marty. How'd you know? Yeah, actually, I was surfing the internet, and I came across a really cool site full of upcoming artists.
I love art. I spend a lot of time at the museums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking out the girls.
Yeah, those guys. I like those artsy chicks. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the site. It's elephantart.com, and
don't like that kind of artsy chick.
The elephant artist.
Like the elephants. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, it's not bad. They raise money for elephant conservation, but check out. There's some artists I think that should be featured a little more.
Sela.
This is a self-portrait by Sela. She's a 19-year-old female.
Ooh, 19, barely legal.
Oh, Marty. This one, it speaks to me, though. It says, "You're an idiot if you buy this."
Yeah, that's the message I get, too. That's
really?
the impression
We're
I
on
get.
the same art wavelength. That's amazing. Here's one by Fong.
Fong.
Yeah. As you can clearly see, he's ripping off Jackson Pollock.
No,
hey.
that's so de Kooning.
Although I have to say, there is one standout. Now this is JoJo.
JoJo.
A true Renaissance elephant. By the way,
why do all artists dress like gay guys?
JoJo designed that himself. Okay, so this one coming up, it's a real standout. I think you're gonna like it. It's called Me Mad.
Whoa, wait.
I think it's genius. I mean, look at the attention to detail.
JoJo hate paint. That kind of looks like me, the figure with the tusks goring through the chest.
Why is it always about you? I'm talking about art. You're like, it's about me. Whatever.
That's JoJo. Is there any more? Is that it?
No, there's one more.
Whoa! What the hell? That is clearly me.
I
That
don't
is clearly
see it.
me.
You know what? Personally, I don't see it. But you know what? You should get that because it's going to be worth a lot of money.
Because I'm really famous?
No, because JoJo died a week ago of an overdose.
Oh, that's so sad.
But check it out. It's elephantart.com.
We will check it out. Go buy some. Support. I mean, it's
Support the elephants.
It's not, the only way is not buying those ivory billiard balls. Buy the paint.
Buy the paint. Yes.
Hey, is there someone in your life that you despise? Perhaps an ex-lover who stole my stuff? Or someone who's in some way different than you? Good thing my hacker pal Kevin Rose is here with a tech tip for the vengeful. Kevin?
Yes, Marty, we have a little tech tip today.
From the Dark Tipper. They call him the Dark Tipper.
They do call it. I hate that name, the Dark Tipper. How are you going to go up to girls and say, I'm the Dark Tipper, can I get your IP address?
Yeah, because it's a lot cooler to go up to girls and say, hi, I'm a hacker.
I think hacker is a little cooler than the Dark Tipper, but anyway.
That's correct. Anyway, okay, so we're really going to screw with someone. There's this guy in the office named Prager who's just a complete d***, so we want to screw with this guy, all right?
Prager's a talker.
Yeah, he talks every day. He comes in with, like, Hager slacks, and he's like, I'm Prager.
Hager.
That's really one of the reasons he hates Prager.
Hager are the dockers. The dockers with the little pleats. Yeah, he loves those.
So what are we going to do to Prager?
This is what we're going to do. Check this out. Prager launches all of his programs from his desktop. So he clicks on his icons to launch anything like anybody else would.
Sure.
What we're going to do is we're going to hit print screen, and that's going to capture a snapshot of the desktop.
Oh, devious.
And then we're going to open up Paint, and we're going to paste it right inside Paint, okay?
Okay, this Paint comes with, like, any Windows.
Any Windows,
right?
95, 98, you name it. So let's close out Paint. We've already pasted it and saved it here, and it's called desktop.bitmap. So what we'll do is we'll launch Internet Explorer here, and then we'll move this out of the way here, and I'll drag this desktop.bitmap right into Internet Explorer.
God, this is so dark.
Now hold on, it's getting better. What we're going to do is we're going to right-click and say Set as Background.
No.
Yes. Now watch this. What this is going to do is it's actually going to replace these icons. See, there's two icons here. This one is actually a picture of the icon, so he can't open it. As much as you click, you can't open it.
This is just a bitmap.
So it's a big bitmap. So we're going to hide all these icons where Prager won't be able to find them. And then he's going to go clicking away. In fact, actually, we got some footage of him.
We actually did this to Prager in the office.
Yes, he did.
Can we take a look at this?
He was pretty pissed off.
Here it is. He is so tucked. Oh, he's getting pissed. He's getting pissed. He can't. He's clicking. He thinks the computer's frozen. Prager, what's going to happen? Watch this. He totally wigs out.
Prager's always so angry. He always hitting things in the office. He's always doing that kind of stuff. That's Prager.
And that's our Dark Tipper, Kevin Rose.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kevin. If you missed any of that, wow, that is the nerdiest thing that's ever been on this show, Dark Tipper.
Hopefully I'll have some more.
If you missed any of that, yeah, come back again. Kevin's got an article up on our website, TechTV.com/unscrewed. Just ahead, a time-traveling dentist tells us about life in the 35th century. Stick around.
That's Prager.
And now it's time for another moment in NASA history.
Christ, look at the time.
Screwed. Unscrewed. Screwed? Unscrewed. Joining us now, he's not only an internationally recognized hypnotherapist and dentist, but he also specializes in past life regression and future life progression. You might call it psychic time travel. Please welcome Dr. Bruce Goldberg. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Goldberg.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you, Martin.
I called it psychic time travel, but in your own words, please explain what past life regression and future life progression are.
Well, very simply, it's using your subconscious mind, which is actually pure energy. It's like a television signal. And what you're doing is you're going to be able to access into something called your Akashic Records, which is like a chart that we all have that has a complete listing of all of our past, present, parallel, and future lifetimes.
So, have you traveled through time?
Yes, and so have 13,000 of my patients that I see in my Los Angeles office over the last 30 years.
Let's get a little bit more specific here. What happens, for instance, in the 35th century?
Well, the 35th century is actually the most interesting one because we have the greatest technological as well as spiritual growth in the history of mankind. For example, you're going to have amusement parks. Instead of the ones that you see now with rides and cotton candy and all this kind of stuff, what you're going to see is amusement parks that are several thousand feet above the earth.
Isn't that a little dangerous? I mean, you have to be like a certain height to ride it?
There are force fields around these amusement parks so that you don't fall off the edge in case you don't get it, you know?
Not really, but let's move on. How long do people live in the 35th century?
The average 35th century citizen can live to be as long as 900 years young, by a device called the alpha-syncholarium. When the 35th century citizen is 900 years old, they don't look a day over 700.
That makes sense. How do people eat?
There's a device that's very interesting called, I call this the Mind Witch machine. It's actually a brainwave food simulator. So let's say you want the proverbial chicken sandwich. It looks like a microwave, except your thoughts create the food itself. It's synthetic. It doesn't give you any calories, but it gives you all the nutrition. So that's why 35th century citizens are all trim, vibrant, very low fat ratios.
So we're talking about psychic time travel. What about actual time travel?
The actual real time travel will be discovered in the year approximately 3050 by a man named Tatos.
Tatu?
Tatos.
Matmos.
Tatos.
Tatos.
We have actual time travelers that are on the planet right now and have been throughout history, as I explain in the book Time Travelers from Our Future.
Well, why are they here?
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to help us, not just technologically. If your viewers think that the technology we have today, especially as exhibited on this network, is due to your tax dollars at work, you can forget it. It's due to time travelers and actually extraterrestrials from past centuries all the way to the current.
So all technology.
Time travelers and extraterrestrials.
Cell phones, the internet.
Time travelers and extraterrestrials.
The clapper.
Time travelers and extraterrestrials.
What are some of these time travelers like?
They're reptilians, and what they tend to be is futuristic criminals escaping time cops, sort of like Superman Part 2 when the bad guys from Krypton escaped, you know?
There's a rumor on the internet that you, Dr. Goldberg, are in fact one of these time travelers sent back in time. Can you confirm or deny this here on this show?
Well, actually, that rumor has been around for a long time, since my old friend Art Bell and many others. I can neither confirm nor deny, because if I was a time traveler, a man in black would take me out, and if I'm not, it would be lousy television.
If you're not a time traveler, then what are you?
Then I can be anything I want to be, so the mystery goes on.
Yes, the mystery certainly goes on. Hey, what do you think of that guy Rael, the guy who says he's cloned a human being?
If you study the history of this freak, okay, I don't know why they're giving him attention. You know, I'm not against people who believe in UFOs and ETs if they're stable. This guy is just looking to make money. I want to see these clones, by the way. But why is this guy so secret? It's sort of like, you know, I've got the magical secret, folks, but I want your money and your publicity, but I won't tell you how to do it unless you make me king of the world.
I agree. I mean, he's making wildly outrageous claims.
I have a problem with that. Just call me irresponsible, but I have just a little bit of a problem with guys like that.
Plus all that media publicity.
My philosophy is be spiritual and positive, and don't let the freaks get all the attention. Deal with your own empowerment, because the purpose in what I'm trying to do here and going to the future is not trying to cheat the system like stock and market results or race results of horse racing, but the actual way of psychic empowerment.
Okay, I guess this interview needs to come to an end then. Thank you, Dr. Goldberg.
My pleasure, Martin. Love to reincarnate sometime.
Yeah. All right, if you'd like to travel to the 35th century and possibly meet Tatos for yourself, or if you just wanted to get your teeth cleaned, check out drbrucegoldberg.com. After the break, a woman and a penis.
Me only on TechTV.
Unscrewed, the state of not being screwed, the anti-screw. Unscrewed. Hey, are you bored with your 9-to-5 job? Have a special talent in the bedroom? Well, why not do what our next guest, Heather, did? With the help of the internet, Heather has managed to combine her sexual proclivities and a little tech savvy to launch another lucrative career. She's the talent behind the runaway hit website, iDeepthroat.com. Welcome, Heather.
Hi, thank you.
So iDeepthroat.com, this is a conspiracy site about the Watergate informant?
No, our site doesn't have anything to do with any presidential scandal.
What does it have to do with?
Oral sex. I deep throat, and I do.
Versus, you know, run-of-the-mill oral sex, you know, a Hummer. What's the difference here?
Well, I would say it feels a lot better going all the way down. That's what I'm told by Jim anyway.
And Jim is your husband.
Yes.
He's like the bodiless penis we see on your site.
He is.
Can all girls do this, or is this a special talent?
Well, I tell you, I wasn't able to do it for a long time. I had to practice. So I would say any girl that really, really wants to do it can, with some practice.
That's hopeful. And when you say all the way down, is Jim's penis, like, in your esophagus?
You know what? I'm not sure where it goes, but I can take him all the way down, and it just goes down my throat, I guess.
Word. And is Jim's the only penis you put in your mouth and pooper?
Yes, he is.
But you have sex with other women in the videos, correct?
Yes, I love other girls.
You're into the lesy stuff.
Yes, they're very, very pretty.
Does your husband get to have sex with these other women?
Yes.
Now, that's not fair.
Well, it is to me. I'm not interested in having sex with any other guys.
But he's interested in having sex with other women. I mean, doesn't that bother you?
No, because I feel the same.
These women, are these your friends? I mean, do you meet them at the book club? Where do you get these people?
Most of them are friends and friends of friends. You know, we gone to strip clubs and, you know, met some girls, so.
You make good money on this site?
We're doing pretty well. We're doing well.
Give me an idea. I mean, I'm sure other women out there want to know how much money they could make if they went into this type of business.
Oh, it varies. You know, I'm not
Come on, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. Do you have any other jobs, or is this a full-time occupation?
For me, it is.
Well, you're an inspiration for stay-at-home moms looking to cash in on the internet. In addition, I think that all female college freshmen should be required to study the techniques you present on your site. Thanks a lot, Heather.
Thank you.
Hey, make sure you check out Heather and her willing mouth at iDeepthroat.com. Laura?
Our website kicks ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Check it out. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll find something that we in the biz called the Fart News Ticker. Now, this thing pulls in links to all the latest headlines. It's posted on Fart.com, our favorite source of sick and stupid news.
Yeah, check it out. Like, crack house can't be torn down because it's a historic site. Perfume makes woman appear 5 kilos lighter. You're not going to find those in the New York Times, people.
No, you're not. Hey, so get up off your ass and go to TechTV.com/unscrewed, where more Americans get their news than from any other website for a late-night TV show on TechTV. Probably.
All right, thanks to Dr. Bruce Goldberg and Deep Throated Heather for teaching me about love and life. And thank you for watching. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
You ain't got to go